What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. I'm in a lot of pain here today. I I kicked something with my bad leg, and boy, when you know something is messed up on the inside of your knee, you really learn that quick. Needless to say, we're gonna get directly into the news. So, breaking down, I took some time over the weekend and broke down a lot of the Stellantis numbers for quarter one. And the one that shocked me the most was Dodge. Dodge was down 49%. Let me get that. Let me just tell you again. 49%. That's ridiculous. That's almost half from one year to the next. Now I know what you're going to say. Oh, but TK, they stopped making the Challenger and the Charger. Yeah, that was in 2023. That was in 2023. We're now selling 2025s, about to be selling 2026s here in a few months. Ugh. Doesn't look good. What does that mean? Well, I think it's why we're seeing those V8 mules starting to pop out. Not just for Jeep, but for Dodge, and now also for Ram. I think Stellantis has seen the error in his ways. They're not even trying to camo these damn things. They're just trying to like sneak them by, right? Like, hey, this is just a six-pack, or like with the Ram Charger, oh, this is an e-torque. Nah, we know what these are. These are mules that you're doing testing on. I find it interesting, but it's also a massive wake-up call. We've talked about Chrysler for a while, and the one thing that Chrysler does have going for it is the minivan, right? It is still selling a lot of minivans, and that is the only thing keeping that brand alive. But for Dodge, you have a Hornet that you can't sell. You have a Dodge Charger EV that is almost 50% off at every friggin' dealer. And before you get in my comments to go, the dealer in my area doesn't have any discounts. Stop being a friggin' retard. Start looking outside of your area. For you guys that complain and bitch in the comments on every automotive YouTuber's video about deals or whatnot for cars, stop being a retard. You're a retard if you don't look outside your area. Yes, it's nice to support your local dealer. Yes, would it be easier for you to go right down to your local dealer and pick up your next vehicle? Sure it would. But when you can save $35,000 by getting on a $400 flight and flying somewhere and picking it up, it's called common sense. You save the money. Hopefully I addressed that so I don't have to keep addressing that. When I say, oh, there's a great deal here, and then they go, there's no great deal. There's no deals here. I'm in Massachusetts. There's nothing here. I'm in California. They ain't doing shit. Get out of your friggin' local area. Like, there's so many tools now, it doesn't even make sense. Car Gurus, Car Edge. By the way, they're a new sponsor on the channel. You'll start seeing them here soon. There's just so many different ways that you can find these deals. And that's the thing with Dodge. They're in trouble. You're having it. This is your new sports car, and it's discounted almost 50%. Oof. It don't look good. And I know that they think that the six-pack is going to save them, but it's not. Because of all of the issues with the Hurricane engine, they haven't addressed that for the Charger. There's even in the mules, and I know this from engineers that have reached out to me and shown me the issues in videos. Now, I can't show them to you because it's going to expose my source. But they're literally showing me the issues they're having with these inline six mules. And shocker, misfires. Where have we heard that? Rams, Grand Wagoneers, basically everything that uses the freaking Hurricane engine. So you're going to push this thing out come May or June, okay? And it's going to be on lots for the summer. People are going to buy them. And it's going to be probably like the Hornet, one of the biggest lemon-lawed vehicles. And then you're looking at Dodge that has so many vehicle buybacks, it's just a recipe for disaster. Elkin knows exactly what he has to do here. With a 49% drop, it's why we're seeing those mules in Arizona and in Michigan right now with those big-ass pipes coming out the back. That's why if you saw the video earlier, I showed the clear distinction between the six-pack that has an inline six and what the V8 Hemi test car looks like, okay? Yes, they both say six-pack on the hood in the plastic, but that doesn't mean anything. Just like the Ram Chargers that are being tested around Detroit say E-Torque on the damn hood. Obviously, it's not an E-Torque V8 Hemi, okay? But you could clearly hear when they start that other Charger that we've seen in Arizona, that's a Hemi. That's not a Pentastar. That's not an inline six. That is a friggin' Hemi. Elkin would be well served, so would Matt LeClaire, to get this damn car out. You got to announce it. You can't wait. I understand you got mules, you got some testing, you got other stuff you got to do. We know with the tariffs and trying to figure out how you're going to get these in from Canada, it puts a wrench in a lot of stuff. I get it. But you got to give these people some hope. And I know why they don't want to do it. They don't want to be like, well, then nobody's going to buy our electric crap. If you're already having to cut these electric vehicles by 50% and you now have internal documents that say these EVs are going to be order only, meaning you're not going to make any more of them for dealer lots, this is pretty simple. Discount the ones that you got, put in crazy rebates in, get the cash flow up so it looks good for the second quarter. Whether or not you take a loss on the cars or not, you know Wall Street loves cash flow. Get these cars going. Get them out. Get them on the street so people see them. Even if they're at 75% off. Because nobody wants that crap. And you're going to buy back a ton of them anyway. That was huge news for me. I couldn't believe that Dodge was almost 50% down in that quarter. I'm just, oh my God. 49.2%. Whew. I sure hope, I know Tim came back at the end of last year. I sure hope that John Elkin is really doing what he's saying and he's giving these CEOs autonomy and they are fast-tracking this stuff to get out to save these brands, because the way it's looking, I don't even know if Stellantis is a company in December. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.